Roster review time. TugBoatTuten, who is in an 8-team start 10 Superflex PPR. Oh, so one of the first things we do on these team reviews is I just look at keep trade cut value. These are all right next to each other. I wouldn't be surprised if you told me, or if you have already told me in comments, that this is coming out of a startup. So let's take a look at it position by position. When the values are this close, anyone can win. I'll usually say add 10,000 onto, add or remove 10,000 from this value. And that can kind of build in how the year goes throughout how the league changes throughout the year. You know, players break out, players get injured. You want to have, there's a lot of stuff that's going to happen that will move this value and move the production coming out of these players. We'll go position by position and chat about it. Quarterbacks. And there's only 16 starting quarterbacks in an 8-team league. So Lamar and Cam Ward, Bryce Young, we're probably going to call that a weaker 3. I'd like to see a better starting option at QB2 to move that number up. You can contend with these. It's just not the best. Running backs, Saquon Barkley, Bucky Irving, Trey Benson, Brian Robinson. Dobbins may get you some starting. So it looks like you definitely have production for this year. Saquon and Bucky, I wouldn't be surprised if they're both top 10. I'll probably call this a week 4. We could get to the end of the year and Saquon doesn't look like himself anymore, and you're looking for a new option in 2026. But I'm expecting the production here to be good. I just don't see a lot of future value. Like Brian Robinson could be off of the commies next year. Trey Benson might not break out. Rashad White could be off of the Bucks. J.K. Dobbins, those legs could fall off again. I don't feel strongly that you'll have all of these guys next year, but for this year, I think you've got plenty of production, enough to win. Wide receivers, Puka Nacua, A.J. Brown. I really like A.J. Brown. Rashee Rice, Jameson Williams, Jerry Jeudy, Tyreek Hill. In an 8-team league, I might want 1 or 2 more high-end guys at either running back or wide receiver. And as I was saying that, I was thinking maybe you have a really good tight end. No, this is going to be a 1 out of 5, and this will probably be a 4, a 3 or a 4, probably a 3. Okay, future value. No first rounder next year, so that's gone into here somewhere, possibly at quarterback. Can we make a decent starting lineup for start 10? So we got to get to 10. We'll go Mason Taylor or Goddard or something at tight end. Lamar and Cam, Saquon, Bucky, Puka, Brown, Rice, Jameson, Jeudy. Like, yeah, that works. I'd like to see more high-end pieces because it's just such a shallow league. But this could definitely contend. It's just not a slam dunk. I mean, 5 middle of the road feels kind of right. So what are some moves you can make? You could probably we don't know what Saquon is going to be. So if you want to rock with him, go for it. If you're worried about a decline, I bet you could sell at this RB4 price and get a rookie and a pick on top, or one of the first round rookie picks this year, something like Caleb Johnson and a wide receiver on top, or Caleb Johnson and a pick on top. You could probably get more because in an 8-team league, Saquon, if he produces like he did last year, is worth so much. So that's something I would consider doing. I bet you probably want to move one of these guys and see if you can get a first for Bryce Young and use that to up tier somewhere else. Because you've already got a third option with Anthony Richardson, and if you're looking for adding, you just don't want to have points sitting on your bench. You want to get those into your lineup. So you don't want 3 quarterbacks at this tier and Anthony Richardson. I'd try to move one of them. Jameson Williams is a guy I'm selling high on where I can. This wide receiver 22 ranking would have him ahead of guys like Jordan Addison, who is younger and better. There just isn't really any other way to say that. It's just like looking at the past, just factually true. Jordan Addison has had multiple years better than the best thing Jameson Williams has done, and he's a younger player, and he's ranked lower amongst dynasty players. So if you could move Jameson Williams at this price or higher, I would definitely be looking to do that. He might be someone that you pair with Brian Robinson and get a better receiver, and that would free you up to trade Saquon for a better running back. So if you traded Jameson Williams and Brian Robinson and got a better running back, that would free you up to move Saquon to get a better receiver. You could do moves in sequence like that. I'd be looking to grab a tight end. I mean, who's got Travis Kelce? If you're going for it, this guy's got McBride, Kelce, and Cade Otton. They wouldn't be surprised if all three of these guys outperformed the guys you have. Taylor, Goddard, and Gesicki. Gesicki has some value if there's any injuries on Cincinnati. He had a stretch last year when T. Higgins was out where he was really good. You could probably get Zach Ertz for really, really cheap, and his production was good last year. Those are some of the spots I'd be looking to make moves. Big one would just be selling the hype of Jameson Williams. If anyone's willing to pay for Tyreek Hill, I'd like to get a more sure thing. And then moving a quarterback and trying to get a first for next year to replenish some of these running backs. I think you can make it this year. I don't know how many teams make the playoffs in your league. You could definitely sneak in. I don't feel strongly about saying, man, you're for sure going to make the playoffs. But those are some of the moves you can do to clean things up. Move JMO, move Tyreek, get picks, sell those picks for players, stuff like that.